Hello everyone, I am Paul Ran and today I'm going to talk about my armored elf for the modeling for games. So, talk about my workflow. Let's start it. So here the concept and the idea I just stumbled across my old C from 2020, which is 6 years ago already, which is fast. Anyway, my idea is to make a stylized character because I love stylized character and like inspired by World of Warcraft, like the Blizzard, just like hand painted textures or like the League of Legends, like in old generation. So I start with sculpting. Actually, I started Blender first because I don't have the ZBrush at that time until I visit the ZBrush store in the Caribbean, if you know what I mean. So I started with block out and then. Uh, the challenge here is trying to make like the anatomy not too human-ish but also not too distorted, like kind of like off. And I also did not make a turnaround character sheet for this, so I have the eyeballings and guessing all like the proportion of the body, which is not really a good habit. But yeah, and also smoothing between joints so the model doesn't look like a puppet after I bake it. Next is the retopology. Up here is the retopology guide that I use. I start around the waist first because it's my first time retopologizing like a female character with like some kind of somewhat huge chest. So it's kind of challenging, but overall it's good. I'm pretty content with that. So here the retopology resulted. Got like the close up on the face. I spent a lot more time on the face, and also the hand was not really pretty. I could get some work, but this is my first time with the hand retopology, so turned out pretty good, I guess, for me. And next is the hair. I do like the hair like according to the reference, but a little bit of adjusted. How do I do it? I use the tube curve tools like brush and ZBrush and to draw it. And then I use this core ZBrush brush, which is the move, the inflate, the like clay buildup and stuff, just and smooth brush. So I only use of these and then make it into the high poly hair, which is I will go into retopology later in Maya also. Next is the armor. The armor here is a quite different workflow than the other. I just do it straight up in Maya because it's not. I don't think I have to do the high poly for that. The reference is just my own armor. Yeah. So, but the problem of the armor is I made the character chest too big and it just poke out the armor and it doesn't make sense. So I have to cut the chest and then just put the armor on. So yeah, she's basically turned into like elf male, which I mean elf male and female just look the same. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's also happened to the helmet, the solid. So the elf ears poke out of the helmet, so I have to cut her ear. Oh, this sounds so dramatic, but okay. And next to the other part, we have the sabaton, like the shoes, the arm shoe, the knee guard, and then they have the beaver, which is like the neck protection, and the gorget. Here is like how's the armor look. This is before I kind of reduce like the topology of the armor because it looks look really ugly right now. Next is the UV preparation. Just here's how I cut the UV on the character, on the hair. I also have the UV for the armor, but they have so many pieces and they're gonna be like take a lot of the space of the screen. So I only choose two of these, which is the most important one. So the UV is a 2K. Next is baking. I bake in marmoset because I feel like the baking in marmoset is a way lot better than baking in the substance painter, and I can get to see like the cage and have to can paint the skew if like the something is off. And also here's my setting that I use. I'm gonna leave it here so I can come back later if I want to bake something more. All right. Next is the texture process. Ouch. Okay. here I start with the skin first. Sorry, here I gonna have to what's that called, like censor it, because I gotta put this video on YouTube and they're gonna ban me if I'm not censored. So I start with the base skin first, and then like I said, I try to aim for the World of Warcraft like hand painted texture because I love the style. And here we have the eyes. The eye here, I did not do it in Substance Painter. I do it in other like 2D software, and then I just made like draw an eye in the location of the eyeball on the UV map, and then import it and replace it. So it's look pretty nice. And the hair, just plain black hair, and the clothing, just the tyke suits, Under Armor, and I just add more like a scratch and tear to, because she's like the battle elf and stuff. So to be more, and also make it like a scar, which is just the skin texture layer. I just copied and then put it on overlay, and then I just paint it and add a little bit of height. Here's the armor texturing, just the armor, nothing fancy. I add like the hand pins, texture, and also some scratch because it's better proven. So here's the final result. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Not this one. I just want something funny. So here's the final result. I have the turnaround and the armor version, and the just like the armor garment version. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the character turnout, how the character turned out. The biggest challenge was managing time because we only have like 1 month to do it, and I got a lot of other stuff to do, like the beyond deadline, and I and uh and also like getting the armor to look properly layer. I learned a lot about making and texturing workflow, which is I always like doing that. If I had more time, I would improve on the armors and to make more that like full and heavier. Thank you.